Hello, and thank you for watching this tutorial on how to navigate and upload documents to your online Teradata account. This video assumes that you have already searched for programs that you are interested in and clicked Apply to create an online account. We'll begin with the view that you will see after you have selected the Login button on the top right corner of the page. After you have selected Login and entered your HWS username and password, you will be directed to your applicant homepage. You can think of this area as your application Basecamp or homepage. This is where you will be able to view all of the requirements that you will need to submit to the Center for Global Education for review. My homepage will look a little bit different than yours because I have applied to a number of programs. You should select the term that you have applied to, for example, Spring 2017, and then select the program that you have applied to view the application requirements. The view you are looking at right now is called the pre-decision phase of your application. This is because you have not been issued any form of acceptance by the CGE. You will notice a number of blue links in your application. Each one of these links signify an item, material, or signature document that you need to submit before your application can be considered as complete. You will see in this particular application there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections that have a check mark box. When you click on a link, you will be given further instructions. For example, right now I clicked on a link marked CGE application. There are a number of boxes here that I will need to complete manually. And once I am finished, I will scroll down to the bottom of the page and click Submit. Once you click Submit, this will send your information to the Center for Global Education for review. If you would just like to save your application to come back and complete at a later date, be sure to click Save and then exit out of your application. I will now explain how you are able to upload documents to your application. Click on Required Essays. You will see a box listed that has a couple of application essays that you will need to submit. Please do not type in the Word box provided. You will be able to type your essays in a Microsoft Word document and then upload this document to your application for review. Once you have completed your essays and you are ready to upload these to your application, select the yellow folder icon. Select Browse to choose your saved document. Open, and then submit this document. You will notice that a link appears in the text box below. This means that you have successfully uploaded your item. If you would like to save your application to come back at a later date and change something, simply select the Save button at the bottom. This will not submit any materials to the CGE. When you are ready to submit your item for final review, click the Submit button at the bottom of the page. Once you have clicked the Submit button, you will be directed back to your application homepage, and you will see a check mark light up in the Received box. This means that your item has been submitted to the Center for Global Education. Your application will not be reviewed until you have check marks in every single one of the boxes on your application. A signature document is an important document that you need to read fully and click at the bottom to digitally e-sign. An advisor certification is an e-form that gets sent to your advisor who will digitally approve your application. Read the instructions and then select Request Electronic Recommendation to send the notice to your advisor. In the Keywords section, type in your advisor's name and select Search. The system will then search the directory for all faculty and staff members that meet your search criteria. You can then select your faculty advisor and click Send to submit the certification email. Once you have submitted all of the items in your application home account, you will see a check mark in each of the boxes. Once you have all check marks in the required boxes, your application will be submitted to the CGE for review. You will be issued a decision after the decision date for your particular term. Once the Center for Global Education has issued a decision on your application, you will receive a message asking you to log back into your account. Here, you will be able to find the different programs you've applied to with a notice. For example, this application, Brussels, says accepted. I can click on Brussels and be directed into my application. You will notice that the application looks completely different than it did in the pre-decision phase. You will be responsible for completing all of the required materials and submitting them electronically to the CGE. You can also select Commit when you are ready to commit and accept your notification. And it is very important to make sure that you have all of the information into the Center for Global Education by the deadline specified on your acceptance letter and in emails you will receive from the center. This now concludes our demonstration on how to manage your application. Thank you for taking the time to view this tutorial, and please email hwsabroad@hws.edu if you have further questions.